Hi, this is Vicky Schettini, and I am so honored to be here and speaking with you all. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I am a single mom, and about 4.5 years ago, my daughter went off to school. I literally, right before that, I was working a retail job, J-O-B, and I literally had $25 left to my name. So my daughter goes off to school, and I was one of those women that never believed in the empty nest syndrome. Every time I heard of someone going through an empty nest syndrome, honestly, I have to say that I'm like, okay, you need to just kind of get over it. So for all those times that I ever thought that, I truly apologize to anyone that I thought that, because when I went through it, it was beyond horrible. It was always me and her, and when she went off across country to go off to school, it was the worst feeling ever. I can't even explain the ache in your heart that I just had constant. I was thinking about her all the time, and when I wasn't, that I was trying to concentrate on work, the ache was not going away. So what ended up happening, I said, you know what? There's nothing holding me back. I need to go build my wealth. I've always been an entrepreneur. I'm working at a retail store. Yes, I was learning how to do some flips here and there in real estate, but going through the divorce, also the only person that was making my money was my divorce attorney. And that's a different story altogether. So she goes off to school, and I said, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go build my wealth. This is where I can do it. I researched the market. I was going to go do it. I moved from California all the way to Jackson, Mississippi. In 2 weeks, I had sold most of my stuff, packed the stuff I really, really wanted to keep. And I'm very patriotic. So I had every collection and patriotism collection that you could ever imagine. So I put that stuff on there. The other thing I had packed in this trailer is tools. I had inherited these tools from my dad when he passed away. I never knew what those tools were for. I knew a hammer, I knew a drill, I knew the basics. But I've always had this fascination for tools. I just didn't know what they were for, but I liked them. They were cool looking. So in this humongous trailer that I ended up going to buy, and I'll tell you a little story. So I bought it from this single dad, and it was an old 24-foot enclosed trailer. I still have it. On the back it says 1 king and 3 queens. So I'm driving across country with a trailer in the back that says 1 king and 3 queens. I had packed that trailer so good. It was like a puzzle to get something out of there. So I'm driving across country, and I get a flat tire on the 10 freeway in New Mexico, middle of the desert. Tow truck comes out to fix the flat tire, and they can't lift that trailer. That trailer was so packed. They said, no, you're going to have to empty it. And I'm like, what? In the middle of the freeway? There's no way possible, because literally I had to get to the top to be able to empty it. So the other solution was to get a tow truck for semis. So we had to get a tow truck for semis. Keep in mind that my funds are limited, right? So get that done. We get the tow truck. I'm back on the road. I'm on a mission. I am focused. I am building my wealth. This is it. This is my time. Nothing's holding me back. And I was close to my daughter, Brittany. So if I was having that empty nest syndrome, I could just drive to her. No big deal. So happens again in Texas, middle of nowhere, get another blowout. And I'm like, but now, hey, I'm a pro. I know I need to get the semi-trailer. I go and I get it, I hire them, back on the road. Now, keep in mind that I set up for me to come to Jackson, Mississippi, and there was an investor that was going to owner finance me their house. So the only thing I had to do was just get here. I was going to sign on the dotted line and make monthly payments to her. I was going to learn how to fix this house. I was going to get it rented and move from house to house. That was the plan until I bought 60 houses. After I got those 60 houses rented, then I was going to retire. That was my plan. That's it. Well, you finally get to Jackson, Mississippi. By now, my funds are pretty depleted. I'm talking to this investor the whole time until I cross state line. State line, she disappears. Nothing. No return calls, no nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe her phone went dead. I go and I get in a motel room. Okay, motel room. Next day, maybe her phone broke. Maybe she dropped it in water. You know, you start thinking of all these weird things that could have happened. By that night, I quickly realized they're not calling me back. And now I'm in a town that I don't know anyone. I'm limited funds because I had all these issues. I don't even have a job. I don't have a place to stay. So I quickly left that motel and I went to the bottomless pit motel ever. They had bed bugs. The graffiti was on the mirror and they tried to clean it, but it was embedded inside the mirror. It was horrible. But I would go in there to go take showers, but I would sleep in my car at night because it was horrible. So when I tell you depression was sinking in, not sinking in, I was diving, like straight out Olympic diving into depression. One night, I was pretty depressed and I'm in the back of this car. It was cold. There's a fight that breaks out in the motel. They start shooting at each other. So now I'm like hiding in the back of the car thinking, oh my God, this is 47 years old and I'm gonna die here in Jackson, Mississippi. Nobody knows where I'm at. I just came to die. It was a pretty bad night. I'm not gonna get into it, but my thoughts were not good at all by any means. So with that being said, the next morning, I realized, hey, this is not me. I am in my pity me party. And the only person I see around me is me. That's it. Nobody was joining this party. I made it by myself and I'm the only attendee. So I realized quickly that I needed to change what? My mindset. That's what I needed to change. How do I do that? My thing, I went and I got a rescue dog, Mr. B. And you can probably see it back here. I have all my dog stuff. Mr. B was the most perfect rescue dog I could have ever gotten. I'm limited on funds and he cost me $50. The best $50 worth spent. Hearing his story, what he went through, now I had to make it better for him. He didn't choose the life that he got. I had to do it for him. So I got my butt in gear. That's what I did. I got back on my focus, the same focus I had when I drove across country. I got back on that focus. I started doing WIT, whatever it takes. That's what my mom always taught me. Do whatever it takes. And I always say WIT. What do? I do WIT. Within 3 days, I had 2 investors that were willing to owner finance me a house. Now keep in mind, I don't have any money to put down. I'm going up to someone and saying, hey, will you owner finance me a house? I don't have any money. I don't have a job. Oh, if you're gonna pull my credit, I have a bankruptcy and a foreclosure, but I am very positive. So I owner finance me a house. I found 2 people that will owner finance me a house. During this whole thing, to top it off, I had fell down and broke my tailbone. So literally I had a broken, you know what, if that wasn't enough. But I'm ready to do it. It took about a couple weeks for me to be able to move into this house. First thing I did, I had to tear out that carpet. Nothing had been done to this house since 1950. And the gentleman that was living there had passed away and he had had accidents on the carpet. Well, I couldn't have Mr. B walk on this carpet. So it was gross and I took it out. I learned how to fix this house. I got ideas from Pinterest and I got ideas from, I learned how to do it from YouTube. The coolest thing about it, remember I told you about those tools, as I'm teaching myself on YouTube how to fix stuff, the contractors would have the tools that I had. So it was like the greatest thing. I had the tools now to fix it. Now, the other thing is, by the time I moved into this house, I'm down to $478. The water company wanted $150 for deposit, which now that brings me down lower. And now the light company wanted $200, but they were willing to bill me. I don't have a job, and now I need materials. So what did I do? You know, the stuff I really, really, really wanted to keep, I started selling on eBay. eBay was paying for my mortgage, materials, and I had to eat, and I had to pay my light. I had to have my cell phone. So eBay was doing that. During the day, I worked eBay. At night, I would work and fix up the house. It took me a little bit because I didn't know what I was doing. And here's the neat thing that we need to think about. You always have to think outside the box. How many of you guys, and don't lie because I know you did it, is if you had to put this picture on the wall, right, and you did not have a hammer, did you not use your shoe? Think about it. Did you ever use your shoe to put a nail in the wall? Yes, you did. I did it too. That's thinking outside the box. You got creative. And that is where us women, we are exceptional at this when it comes to our kids. We leave ourselves behind, but if our kids need something, we will move mountains to make sure our kids don't go without. If my daughter got into sports and she wanted this titanium bat, it was a fortune. I didn't have it. I only had $25 to spare, but she never went without. She got her uniform and she got her bat. I figured out how to do it. Well, that same passion, that's the passion you need for yourself. You have it for your kids, now have it for yourself. You build yourself up, guess what? That will spread to your kids, to your family. It will grow. Now, the other thing you have to keep in mind is in anything, relationships, business, you're going to have ups and downs. And it's good to have ups and downs. You don't want to have your business go straight up, because you know what's going to happen? If it goes straight up, that means you're not learning, and as fast as it goes up, it can come down that fast. You want it to go up, go down a little bit, learn, go up more, go down a little bit, learn. Every down, you learn and you fix it. You learn and you fix it. Think outside the box. The coolest thing is, and I've been saying this a lot lately, not too long ago, someone said to me, Vicky, because I always say think outside the box, and she said to me, Vicky, there is no box for you, and there really isn't. I just get creative. I completely think outside the box. That's what you need to do for your business. That's what you need to do for your relationships. So thinking outside the box, when your business is going down, your relationship is going down, that's when you get creative. I mean, it'd be great if you're creative the whole time, but learn from it. Learn through the downs. That's how you get up. When people say, hey, I'm going to go and try doing this, but if that doesn't work, then I'll just go back to my regular, whatever I was doing. I guarantee 100% of those people that said that they're back to doing whatever they were doing. The reason why is because they had a down, and the minute they had that down, they decided to take off, right? No, stick to it. Downs are good. I get so excited. I had this event that, I kid you not, another one that everything that could have happened. Not only did we plan my flight on the wrong date, wrong time, everything was wrong. Wrong hotel. I decided, no, I don't quit. I do it. So I drove 12 hours to be there the next morning, and I was there. I'm telling you, I was so excited, even though I was exhausted from driving all night. That was the best event I had ever gone to. Had I been one of those people that quit the night before and said, forget it, I'm just not going to do it, I would have missed out. So do not miss out on yourself. Do not miss out. Think outside the box. Learn. Learn, fix it, and just keep pushing through. When someone asks you, what do? You just say, I do WIT. Whatever it takes. Please, I love to be in contact with you. You can follow me at all the social media. It's Vicky Schettini, V-I-C-K-Y, Schettini, S-C-H-E-T-T-I-N-I. Or you can also visit me on my website, www.vickyschettini.com. I would love to hear from you. And next time someone asks you, what do? What are you going to say? You do WIT. Have an amazing day.